Okay, so that first takeaway is process improvement and how we can improve on processes and make the experience better for our clients, right? And that's where we lean in this particular case. The second is going to be communication and the consistency and alignment of that communication. And now, what I mean by that, we kind of talked about that with the process improvement. How are we communicating? Well, we're communicating with, call it a spreadsheet. We're looking at holding each other accountable off this spreadsheet or some sort of project management system, whatever it might be, to make sure that we're in alignment with how things are getting done. But that can also look like, hey, what is the consistency of our communications? Are we talking once a week at least, or a few times a week? How are we getting to the root cause, and how are we having the hardest of conversations? I think that's what it gets back down to. When the market's shifting and changing like this is a great time for us to really be looking at how we're going to be improving on those processes and on those systems. Why? Because this is when we need to have them the most. When the market's jamming and good, and everyone in the industry is just getting things done here and there, and things seem super simple. Things seem very easy. Anybody can do it, right? And that's the nuts and bolts of it. It seems like, hey, anybody can do this. Anybody can sell a house. Anybody can rent a house. Anybody can, manage a property. But when the market really gets tight, when you start seeing these pain points, these pressures, that's when communication and consistency and really articulating what good communication looks like between us and the client is so important. In this particular case, it's been a calendared event where we know when are we talking, what are we talking about, what do we need to get done in that conversation so that we can move forward, so we can move on. In our case, and my team will share this with you just like I do, like I try to be transparent with this, but I'm very specific on what I expect when it comes to us listing properties, right? There is a very clear path to success of what's going to sell, how long it's going to take, and what we need to do to make that happen. If we do what we need to do right, if our communication looks amazing and you're seeing what we're doing regularly, then the conversation shouldn't have to be what else is being done to get my house rented or to get my house sold. Hopefully, we're doing everything that we can already to make it dialed, and you see that. Again, back to communicating that and making sure that we know what alignment looks like for you, and for us too, because that's super important. I think, again, understanding expectations and what happens when a market is looking like this is important for us to be communicating very well.